Hello, it is FMC. I am Jeremy. That is SP3. I just saw like your hands rising and I a little concerned there for a second. It's not tag talk. We continue to just steal their background. But what can you do? How you doing, buddy?
I am doing wonderful. We are 7 days from the most wonderful time of the year. It is almost NBA regular season time. That means that we are 7 days from the first sermon, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you start off the year. You got to start off the year with a motivational speech from the Laker pastor himself. That's why I got my Laker shirt on. I got it 1 week early because I'm gonna try to find some priest wear to wear next week for the first sermon of the 2023-2024 season.
I'm so excited for this season, largely because of your sermons, because they were so amazing last year. I cannot wait to hear what you have in store this year. They got expectations this year too. Last year, there's always the expectations. The Lakers, they got LeBron, they got Anthony Davis. Last year to start the year, they had Russ, but we knew that team was kind of a mess going into the year. And then the end of the way they finished, though, the moves they made in the offseason, they got some expectations, SP3. So we'll see your week to week mood with everything, but I'm very excited for this.
This is probably the first time we've had expectations in 3 seasons. We messed up everything with we kind of had expectation with Russell Westbrook, but you kind of saw within 20 games of that season that it was not going to work out. So yeah,
everyone knew that was not going to work out. Every single person knew that was not going to work out, except for apparently LeBron and the Lakers front office.
Nah, there was something I remember vividly. Some people on here that still had the Lakers in the playoffs at the very least. They didn't think they would bottom out that badly like they did that first year with Russ. But it is what it is. We have turned it all around. Had the best offseason of anyone, even the teams that got Damian Lillard or added True Holiday to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. We had the best offseason of them all.
None of that's true.
We're gonna be top 3 team in the West, and we're gonna do some things. We're gonna make some moves in the playoffs. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, 2 years in a row. If you've seen them in the preseason, you know what I'm about to say. Top 5 MVP candidate Anthony Davis and LeBron James will have the greatest season of any 39-year-old in NBA history.
Top 5 MVP candidate Anthony Davis. I gotta stop with this. Gotta stop with it.
We're not gonna talk. It's gonna hit. It's like someone who plays the same.
What is that? Who cares? Who cares? Top 5 MVP candidate. What does that even mean?
It means he is one of the top 5 most valuable players in all of the NBA.
It's not gonna happen.
Yep.
Okay.
First team all NBA.
I said last week that we would do our FMC fantasy league again. So it's renewed. It should, if you were in it last year, you're just automatically in it this year. I don't know who is still around. If you're listening to this and you would like to not be around, please let me know. I'm assuming I can remove you and we can get somebody else. There's no draft date set.
So you have to do that. You have to.
Yeah, I'm on the page right now. So I'm going to add a draft date here. I got to figure out how the hell to do all this.
Should make it next Tuesday at this time.
I should honestly right the show, but then next Tuesday show's gonna be long as shit if we do a draft and our.
No, we're going to be drafting players and previewing the season in between our picks.
Okay, live online draft, standard draft. We should do a salary cap draft. See how good people are with managing a salary cap.
Oh hell no, I hate that.
Why? That sounds great. Okay,
of course you do. You sick freak.
All right, live online draft. All right. What is a good day? What day works? SP3. Can we do this weekend?
This weekend, what, like Sunday?
You want to do Sunday? Sunday, like before football?
I think I can do that.
Okay.
Like the
Sunday
morning
at
or Saturday afternoon.
Sunday at I would say 12 a.m.
I love that. You just didn't even listen to what I'm saying.
I heard you say Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, Saturday afternoon. Look for
I don't
Saturday
want to do
afternoon.
Saturday afternoon. I'd rather Sunday
Sunday,
morning.
Sunday morning has to be early. It can't be 12 p.m. I'm busy at
Okay,
12 p.m.
okay. Sunday morning at 9 a.m.
That works.
Yeah?
My kids wake me up at 5. I'm good.
We usually sleep in on Sunday mornings.
My kids don't know the definition of sleeping in. They rather get up early and then take a nap.
Oh, the kids are up early, but they're a little bit older,
Yeah.
so they, for the most part, don't bother us. Some of them want to come in and still bother us. All right, Sunday, 9 a.m. Is that good?
Yes, that works.
Okay. All right. People are going to get this email and are just like, I didn't realize
That
I was
doesn't
part
work
of
for
this
me,
league.
pal.
Well, they can auto draft then. It's just going to be us showing Huff. It's just going to be me and you drafting.
Perfect stuff. Perfect
Okay.
content.
Sunday at 9 a.m. is the FMC draft. Again, if you're listening to this on replay and you were in the league last year, hold on one second. I have to.
You've already been forced to be in the league this year. You cannot.
Yeah,
cannot
you're
escape.
already in the league this year.
You cannot escape.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, you cannot escape. If you don't want to be in, please message me and I'll figure out something else.
Yeah, you have. They have to pay you for the buyout.
Yeah. I don't have there's no dues or anything. Nobody wins anything. It's all bragging rights in this. So there's no dues or anything.
Dues. I mean, you can still hit them with a buyout. I'm just saying, I'm just
Look at
saying.
our pal Phil Lindsay's here.
Hey,
Carving
Phil.
the wire.
I'm done.
Shout.
That is a good shout. It's
Yeah.
a good shout. Even though I don't know about me being a detective. I don't know about all that. I don't know.
Okay. He said I can't unsee this. No. All right. Do you want to talk any basketball? Next week's our big preview. We'll recap our draft next week as well. Not a whole lot happened this last week. Some preseason games.
I got nothing much to say. Lakers lost 2 preseason games, but Anthony Davis looking good, looking like he's been working on his jump shot. Austin Reeves playing defense, man. He's got that dog in him. He's got that dog in him, ladies and gentlemen. But we could talk more about the season next week. We could focus more on reality television this week because we'll go heavy on the NBA next week.
Next week's gonna be, I'd say, is all NBA, but the challenge finale is on Thursday, and so we kind of have to recap that.
The final 15-20 minutes will be reality television next week.
Yeah,
we'll spend an hour on NBA. Phil, if you're up next week, come on for our preview.
Yes, yeah, Phil, if you want to join us for our preview show next week, I assume the show will start between 9 and 9:30. That's typically when we've been starting this. We don't have exact times on the show anymore. Yeah, but if you're around, Phil, if I see you in the chat, or this is an official invite right here, please come on the show. Preview the NBA season with us. The season starts next Tuesday. Next Tuesday are the first games, so we will have the last word on the season preview. Do you know who you're picking for the finals, SP3? Do you know who your championship team is?
Who's yours? Let me hear yours first.
Well, I bet on the Lakers. So.
Oh, well, we on the same page then. We on the same page then. Right now I am favoring, as a little spoiler, I'll break everything down next week as far as who I think they're gonna make the playoffs, conference finals. But as far as the finals right now, 7 days before we make our official predictions, I'll say the Lakers and the Bucks.
Lakers and the Bucks. Okay.
Yeah, that's what my head is saying. Lakers and the Bucks. My heart wants Lakers and Celtics. Since
Like,
they robbed us on winning time, we need Lakers and Celtics in the finals for real.
they didn't rob you on winning time. They
Yes,
gave
they
you
did.
that, right?
No, they did not give us when we won. That's the difference. They gave us when
Well,
they
who's
won.
to say the Lakers are going to win this year?
That's all about. We are writing the new winning time. We are writing LeBron James time. LeBron James, the last dance. That's what we're writing right now.
What if I don't watch the finals this year? Are they going to cancel the finals? Because you said they canceled winning time because I didn't watch.
I mean, I'm just saying, maybe. I mean, you might be onto something. If you don't want to deal with your Thunder losing all these years, even though I told y'all once, I'll tell y'all again, I'm high on the Thunder this year.
I'm cautiously optimistic on the Thunder.
Should be
cautiously optimistic.
Hey, I am the man that called them making the play-in. I didn't go out of my way to get clips like you did about being right at the preseason.
Because you called a play-in team. You called a play-in team. I called the finals. I called the championship team.
Yeah. Who had that MVP? I had nothing to go on with it.
Who you buried?
Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren. Their number one draft pick. He was injured, and I still called them making the play.
You buried as the MVP. Our pal Cher Delaware is here. We're going to get off.
Cher Delaware.
I can't speak.
Cher Delaware. Yeah.
How are you, Cher Delaware?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
We're doing well. Did you watch the Love is Blind finale and reunion? Okay, we're going to get into this in a second because we're going to talk the challenge first. Did you hear this ad that they did? They're like, download the Love is Blind mobile game and play this. Did you hear this? Oh, I have it. We're going to play it on air. I played a little bit of it on Sunday night. It's stupid as can be.
Of course it is.
I want to play with you guys as well.
I'm downloading it.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I do want to bring this up. Chet would be more exciting if Wemby didn't exist. I've had this conversation with my buddy Sammer, and we kind of said the same thing. Is like, I don't want to. This comparison is going to get me in trouble. Wemby is like Jordan, and Chet is like Kobe. Still great, but Kobe feels diminished because of everything that Jordan has done. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get in trouble.
No. I don't think Jordan diminishes anything with Kobe Bryant. There are people that can still appreciate Kobe being Bryant. I think the best comparison, and this is a rarity, so I'm gonna ask for some duplicity here and not mute me for this. But I think the best comparison of Chet and Wemby would be Wemby is Stone Cold Steve Austin and Chet is Goldberg. Yes, they're going to be compared to one another, but both can be great at the same time.
That's
what they are.
For what they are.
For what they are. Okay.
For what they are.
That's awful. We're moving on. Never speak of that again.
You're this much better than your comparison.
No, it's not.
At
least I stuck with basketball.
Disrespecting Kobe Bryant. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you, sir?
How?
Disrespectful.
No. Okay.
On this day of all days, it's the 27th year anniversary of when Kobe Bryant had his first game in the NBA.
So, what numbers did he put up in those games?
Probably like 6 points or something like that.
You don't even know.
He came off the bench. Came off the bench.
Let's get into the challenge. Final episode before the finale. It was a double elimination this week. The final challenge where safety guaranteed, you are going into the finals with everything. So the daily challenge this week was, what was the daily challenge? Oh yeah, you got to go and do this like climb this rope ladder and then walk across a platform and then go to like the hot air balloons.
It was trash. It was kind of trash because
it was
should have been
pretty
something.
lame.
It should have been something to it. The rope, the ladder climb and walking across, that's all fine, but they should do something or go back and forth, something to make it more difficult. That seemed very easy.
It was a pretty lame final challenge, like all things considered. Pretty lame. But Chris and Michaela won, so they immediately they're going to the finals. And then in the deliberation, they decided for the male team, they put up Fessy and Cassidy. Cassidy, of course, because they always put up Cassidy. She's just gonna be there at this point. And then Fessy, because, and I like this strategy by Chris, like he's a big dude. Everyone kind of figured we haven't seen Hall Brawl all season. It's gonna be Hall Brawl. It's gonna be Hall Brawl. So they were like, well, let's put Fessy in there because you want to do a Hall Brawl. That's the biggest dude in there. Smart strategy on this.
Yeah.
So they decided to put Fessy, knowing he would be going against Corey, Josh, or Bananas. They figured, well, Fessy will probably take them out. And so they put Fessy and Cassie in there. Then we got the fucking waterworks from Josh.
I told y'all. What did I say to y'all a few weeks ago? I was like, it's gonna get old really fast.
Built up all season.
I was like, it's gonna get old really, really fast. And I also said that Wes's words would be like a prophet. It would be like a prophet that he would turn his back on one of the vets, and he did it to Johnny. And I love that it was to Johnny because Johnny had that confessional. Was like, oh yeah, Josh did that to Wes, but I don't think he would do that to me.
This was so dumb on Bananas' part. I feel like Bananas has played a kind of a bad game this year. Like, yeah.
I think the only reason Bananas got as far as he did is because all of the rookies were too focused on taking each other out.
Yeah. I mean, Bananas
it was like they were focused on getting Wes out, and then
but it was like the Big Brother and the Survivor people were so against each other that they were like, "Oh, Bananas is here!" Like
7-time champion. Like,
yeah,
oh,
what?
He had to beat Paulie, which was still a big win, but like otherwise, it feels like for the most part which is weird to say, he flew under the radar. Like you don't see Bananas fly under the radar too often. But he played almost a comfortable game, which was weird. It worked. He's going to the final. But it didn't feel like this was his best game. But the fact that maybe he only did one elimination and otherwise kind of avoided trouble, maybe that means he played a good game. Maybe I'm wrong, and he actually played a good game.
A different game for Bananas.
Yeah, that's I guess what I was getting at is like this was not the typical Bananas game where he was ducking and dodging the entire time.
Right.
So here's what I think though is Bananas is like, I got to deal with Josh and Tori. We're gonna throw in basically Corey here. Like things are gonna be fine. I thought that Bananas should have gone to Tori. I thought they should have rallied everybody against Josh. I was like, you guys should just turn on Josh on this shit. Like, who cares about him?
But everything I heard before the season was they actually went in with the whole specific goal of getting Josh to the final. Well, so I knew they weren't. Yeah, I knew they weren't gonna do that. And like Josh was the remaining layup for anyone on the men's side. Like whoever faced Josh, they were gonna win. It did not matter. And it did not matter what the elimination was. And we'll get into the elimination because I have some words. I already saw Cher's face. She got some words. Like, come on.
We'll talk about it in a second. So Josh is crying and he doesn't know who to vote in because he's got to deal with Corey as well. He's got to deal with Bananas. Bananas thinks it's safe. It's not. Josh votes in Bananas. Tori did vote in Josh. She's like, no, I got to deal with Corey and Bananas. Like, I'm going to vote for you.
Corey and Fessy, because Fessy didn't want to face Corey.
Yeah. So
after Corey beat his ass
right away. Yeah, he's like, I don't want to face him anymore.
Nope.
So Josh gets like 2, Corey got 1, Bananas got 5. The girls, the girl side on things, they just basically all decided, hey, yeah, we're gonna throw Chanel down there. Like
She hasn't been in an elimination yet. That
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, that's who it's gonna be. So Chanel got a bunch of votes as well. So it gets to, and Josh is crying. He's got to tell Bananas. Bananas is pissed. Bananas is like, well, Wes kind of warned me. Didn't listen to him, but here we go. Josh, he's a bitch, and they do the draw and everything. Chanel goes down there because she had the most. And then I was so happy when Josh got picked. I'm with you, Cher. They should have been showing the balls the entire time because I don't know if it was actually Josh. I felt kind of confident that like it's not going to be Bananas.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be both the people who had the most balls in there.
I mean,
laughed.
we already know that they rig stuff in Bananas' favor. So that's why the whole time it's been like, I mean, I understand odds and I understand that stuff can just happen. Like when What's-Her-Face only had 2 votes and was it Alyssa? And she got sent it, like I want to see the ball. I don't need TJ pulling it out and being like, so no one else
tossing them away.
Yeah, like I want to see it. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way the entire season, but continue.
So Josh got sent down there and I laughed so hard when it was Josh. I was like, good. You deserve this. This is what it should be. And then it was allegedly Hall Brawl.
Yo, what they do to our Hall Brawl?
It was Hall Brawl from Team U, is what it was.
It was Hall Brawl for 3-year-olds.
This was not our Hall Brawl. This sucked. They got giant pads as shields to use, and then they have to do a puzzle at the end of it,
which totally mutes the whole Hall Brawl.
Right?
Yeah.
It neuters Hall Brawl because it's like, oh, you're supposed to clash and then push the person through, but then if you just go around each other, then you do a puzzle, and then the puzzle is stupid because as Fessy showed. So first off, Michaela won the elimination. Chanel won the elimination. She beat Cassidy. They actually played the puzzle truthfully of like trying to figure it out and everything. Then it was like you got to figure out. There's a bunch of squares and shapes, and it's like inside. You got to figure out how many are in the square. How many squares within the square type of deal. They do the men. Josh and Fessy clash. They get through. They go to do the puzzle. Fessy doesn't even look at the puzzle. He looks at it. And he just goes to TJ like 6. Nope. Goes back. Waits 2 seconds. Runs back. 7. Nope. Just he's like, I'm not gonna waste my time looking at this puzzle. I'm just gonna go back and guess. It's like, well, this is dumb. Yeah. This defeats everything. And then in the end, he ended up being correct. I don't know if he looked at that puzzle once. He just completely he at least looked at it once to see like, okay, it's more than however many ever. Yeah. But then he's just running back and forth. This sucked. This was awful. And but Fessy won.
I love watching Hall Brawl, but I'm the person who the entire time is like cringing because I'm always afraid somebody's gonna get their fucking leg snapped or something. Like
good.
Either one of them could have done that in the job.
I'm always afraid somebody's gonna get hurt going through it because we've seen so many where like they are trying to hurt the other person because they're trying to win. But this is not what I wanted. Like, just don't do a Hall Brawl then. They could have just added something else at the beginning that was like not them going against each other because it's not an equalizer to put the puzzle at the end because they're done with the Hall Brawl at the same time. It should have been something else physical and then go into the puzzle if you're going to do that because that makes no sense. Then you're both starting the puzzle. What was the point of having the Hall Brawl? Just do the damn puzzle. Like
There's no point in doing the Hall Brawl because, you get to the puzzle basically at the same. Maybe somebody has a 2-second advantage.
Yeah, but it's not like you could have a few minutes advantage or anything where we've seen other. Like, it's the same time, essentially. And then Fessy's not even doing it.
Right, and then the puzzle is so stupid. Fessy didn't even have to do the puzzle because there's no rearranging of numbers to make sure it's correct or whatever. It's just guessing. And that's all he did. He's like, this is basically just a guessing game. I'm going to go up there instead of actually trying to waste time figuring out the puzzle. let me just
Probably
guess
the
a number.
smartest thing he's ever done, too.
Honestly, yeah.
It was.
Like he played it to his advantage. I give him credit for that. But as a viewer and a fan of Hall Brawl, like this sucked. I don't, you know what? I don't mind them adding the stupid pads because at least
that's not the problem.
You want to do safety. You want to make sure they're not like clashing into each other like football players. Fine. But at least add the pads and then, okay, go and push each other and then ring the bell and do that. Like at this, adding the puzzle element and then a stupid puzzle on top of that, this sucked. This sucked.
So I'm going to read Wes's comments on it.
Okay.
He said, I get what they're trying to do, make it safer, and equalize it for weight. Okay. It accomplished both of these things, but created more questions in the process. Namely, the puzzle made the Hall moot because it just comes down to the puzzle, which is what all of us said. Yeah. And he said Hall Brawls should become mostly extinct. Not completely, but more like once every 3 seasons kind of game. The point of Hall Brawl is to decide who is the bigger person. There's an occasional exception, but not really, which makes it an idiotic test of who gets to stay. It, alongside the other 25% of the weight-based advantage games after the political and entertainment dynamics. Politically, large people gain more power in every decision and partnership because they're statistically harder to get rid of. Entertainment-wise, this means larger people in both genders tend to coast. They know that in a puzzle or other random game, they've got a 50% chance of winning, and in the weight-based eliminations, they are all almost guaranteed to win. Because of this, they don't have to form alliances or make risky moves or innovate. They get hard telling the house that someone is doing too much because they personally don't have to do anything. This week is a prime example of my annoyance. Josh should have voted Corey because of the 3 available men. Corey was his 3rd spot. But instead, his number 1 asked for him to put in his number 2, so his number 1 would have a 35-pound weight discrepancy versus a 0-pound weight discrepancy. Let it be noted that I'm not picking on Fessy. He's scary in all the games. Puzzle, not so fast, circus games, whatever. This is a well-rounded, great challenger that deserves a win one day, and that might be next week. The point of this rant is to remind the challenge that dailies and eliminations need to be all-encompassing tests so people playing from the bottom can save themselves. Any game that has too much of a weight-based advantage should be used far more sparingly. The challenge should be a test of your prowess as a competitor. This especially includes things that you can fix: strength, cardio, general fitness. Anything that tests what you can't fix, size, is fucking stupid. If you disagree, go tell a wrestling team to ban weight classes. Prime example, Cara Maria. She started as the worst challenger to ever grace our game. She worked on herself and transformed into a formidable threat in every game, not because of her size, but because of her work ethic and eventual innovation politically. I thought the Cara Maria thing was a really good point because Cara worked out. She got better at all the things that she wasn't good at, but she still couldn't get taller. She still, I mean, like, there was only so many things. That's why Laurel always had such an advantage over people, is because she's like 5'10". So when you're doing something that is going to be size-based, Laurel's going to beat your ass because she's huge. Like, so I agree. I mean, like, there are certain ones where it's like, okay, you know, weight advantage will help some, but other things can help the other person. But when it's just something like, oh, I'm going to swing you around like a rag doll, well, yeah, you know that the bigger person's going to win every time. Like, so who? Cassidy?
Cassidy is gone.
Yeah, Cassidy,
and Josh.
So
the chat is done.
Oh,
eliminated.
Rest in peace, chat.
And Cassidy. So
look at us here, our Mr. and Mrs. Irrelevant, taking us to the finals.
Heading into the finals, we each got 2. SP3 is 3 for the finals.
Corey and Fessy. I've got Chanel.
SP3 is 4 in the finals. He's got Corey.
I'm the greatest challenge GM.
Oh, God.
I mean, not if you don't win.
The greatest.
If you didn't win.
Not if you don't win.
The greatest challenge GM of all time.
My top 2 picks are there. I'm feeling good about that. So I do feel good about that. Chris is scary. Chris has been winning.
I'm stoked. I've got
a lot of these late ones.
Chris is
for real. He's been the star of the season for real.
I know when he got into that final, he was like, "God damn it! I finally get an elimination off. Thank God!" Like,
he won the 2 dailies he needed to, the last 2.
They would have thrown him in there with Fessy too if he wouldn't. Yeah. Like 100%.
To Wes's point in commentary on things, I agree. Look, if you have a size advantage, it does make things easier. In some instances, Fessy hasn't won anything. Wes is wrong about great competitor deserves to win. No.
No, I get what he's talking about though, because Fessy has proven himself to win in different type of scenarios, whether it's dailies or eliminations, whether it's puzzle based, whether it's size based. It's not just, oh, he's just a big guy, so he just gets by on being big. He is kind of like, I won't say a younger version. I'll say a poor man's dollar value version of CT back in like the Rivals days.
Yeah, I think Fessy is good. I don't know that Fessy will ever win.
Exactly.
I think that's
I don't think he'll ever have like
we
a DM or a Wes. I feel like those 2 people are very key to the winner that CT has now become. Because Wes got him his first championship, and DM got him to soften a bit and be less about your ego. And there's no one there that is doing that for Fessy.
I think that that's Fessy's biggest issue is his ego. And I think that that's always going to be his downfall unless he grows up some or gets a girlfriend that's on the show with him that can kind of keep him in check. Like, I do think that that's always going to be his biggest issue. I don't know that he'll ever win. But like I was saying, we haven't competed with him either. So Wes is going to have a different opinion about it because he has competed with him. But I mean, I think that Fessy is probably one of the more athletic people that they've brought on the show in a long time. But I think latching himself onto Casey and Josh when he first got there really did him a disservice because he may have already won something if he wasn't so intent on helping them at the beginning, because now everybody's like, oh God, here comes Fessy every time anything happens. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see if he's got a career like freaking CT and Bananas. We'll be seeing him in 20 years still on here. So
exactly.
I feel like we're gonna see him in 20 years on the show, whether he's gonna be the female Nani, or the male Nani, I guess. Just never wins. Gets so
that's
close.
Kind of Corey too, though.
Yeah, that's Corey.
It is.
Corey is the male Nani because he has the history of hooking up. He has a history of almost making it, but always losing.
I mean, Fessy's right there. He's hooking up with everybody.
Fessy. Look at CT before Rivals 2. And tell me that Fessy isn't literally copying everything that CT has done in the past.
I want Corey to win so bad now. Like, we've seen him grow up so much on the show. That's kind of how I feel about Tony. If Tony ever came back, like, I would want Tony to win so bad. Because we saw him come on as the freaking idiots. And now, I don't think Corey's gotten married, but he's got 3 kids now. And he's got 2 kids with health issues and everything. He posted the other day they were getting ready to build their first house. And
is he still with Taylor?
He is. They have 2 kids.
Wow. What? Good on them. I mean, they
I did not think that they would last.
No, I never think any of these people are going to. They were on X on the Beach. That's how they found each other. Like, you don't think anybody on those shows are going to last?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I will say.
He has 3 daughters. He and Taylor had a daughter, and then they have a daughter that is very, very white and redheaded. She looks nothing like her sisters. And she has a heart issue, kind of like Ryder has health issues. So he's got 2 kids that are in the hospital a lot and having to have all these treatments done. And then, I mean, he gets money from MTV from the Teen Mom stuff and everything. But like, I really want him to pull out a win at some point because he's grown up so much. Like, God, in his early seasons, he was so irritating. But
he was a fuckboy. He was a fuckboy.
Yeah,
Like
he
like
really
from his
was.
real world season into the challenge, he was 100% the definition of a fuckboy. And he's the only one yet left from that Young Bucks, from the Young Bucks era now, because we don't
Poor
know if
Nelly.
Nelly T is gonna come back. So, and we haven't seen Hunter in so
Hunter
long.
ain't gonna come back.
Yeah. So yeah, it feels like Hunter
Challenge
just said,
champion Hunter.
exactly.
Champion
Challenge
Hunter.
champion who has the only challenge champion to leave with no money ever. So yeah, I feel bad for him. But as far as Fessy, I will say I think that the alliance or his relationship with KC has been his benefit. I feel like that's why he goes to all these finals, because I feel like KC, we don't see it on TV, but she's actually a good political player, or gets in good with the right people every season that gets her to the finals. And I think Fessy goes along with that. Yes, though, his alliance and his relationship with Josh has been a detriment to his whole challenge career.
I just think when you start the challenge and you come in immediately with this is my ride or die, this is the person I'll never go against in your first season, that's not a good way to go into it, because you need to go in being like, I'll work with you on things, and being, like, I'll compromise on things with the vets, because especially as a big guy like that, like, they're already intimidated by you. You can't be like, absolutely not, always protect her, always, because they're like, okay, well, no matter what, I'm not going to be his number one. No matter what deals we make, he's always got to protect her. And I just think in your rookie season, that's not the greatest way to go in. And I think that that's part of the issues with the Survivor and Big Brother this season, is they all had so many people they had to protect. No matter what, I can't vote them in. I can't vote them. Well, there's one person you can vote in then. Like, you can't, everyone can't be the person that you protect, or you got to be quiet about it. Like,
that is true.
They all have really big mouths. I think that that's a Big Brother thing too, because on Big Brother you're so alliance, like everyone, oh, we've got this alliance, and so everybody's like, oh, well, that's my number one first day, and you're like, okay, well, let me write this down. Like,
but
you make secret deals with everybody, like, first day in Big Brother. It's like, all right, you're the person I'm looking up, and they start with big alliances in Big Brother too, like 8-person alliances.
It'll be like 8 people, and I'm like, how's this gonna work?
Like, never gonna work. But I won't say that you can't, like, win by having, like, firm number ones or firm alliances on day one, because Wes is the perfect example of that. He came in Fresh Meat 1 with everybody targeting him because everybody knew his number ones were the Austin cast, and he just had to prove himself. He got thrown into 5 eliminations. He won every single one, made it to the finals, and then the next season he was able to well, he still had Nehemiah on the next season that he was on, but yeah, he was still able to kind of work the politics and get the championship.
Kind of the exception though, because Wes is good at the politics. Wes is good at the action. He's very smart. He's good at the physical stuff. Like, I think he's more of the exception than the rule in that sense too, because, like, Fessy's not great at the politics stuff. If you're a woman, he's super great with you, but, like, he's said many times that he's introverted, and, like, I relate, I get that, but maybe this isn't the show for you then, because I think one of his biggest issues is not being great at the politicking stuff, because he's just like, oh, well, I'm a big guy, I'll get to the end. Well, it's not worked out for you so far, so
we got the finale next week. We will take 2 minutes to recap that. I don't know. We gotta figure things out, since our NBA season preview is next week as well, and that's gonna take up a lot of time. We'll figure
do it the week after.
We'll let everybody know. We might, then we can maybe tack on the reunion recap to that as well. Speaking of finales and reunions, Love is Blind.
90 Day The Last Resort finale, I think, this week. So
oh boy. You got 90 seconds on that SP3. That's it.
I need 3 minutes for the finale.
No.
Okay. Love is Blind.
Yes.
Here we go.
We only had 2 couples make it to the altar. Every other couple flamed out.
Only one couple is still together.
Yes. Stacy and Izzy
Shocking.
got to the altar, and Izzy, of course, said yes because he's a sad man, and Stacy, he is. Oh, he is.
He's a very
Yeah, and Stacy was like, "No, at least not right now." And I was watching this with the wife, and she was like, that kind of makes sense. You're thrown into it. You try to get married after 3 weeks. Like, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you're just not ready for it. But then date a little and see how it goes. And I was like, yeah, I think the problem with this one is that Izzy was ready to commit, and he had the thing of like, I'm never good enough. It's not good enough. And that's what he was kind of saying at the end after after she rejected him, of like, I didn't feel good enough again. Like, it wasn't enough. Everything I did, she still rejected me here.
I think that there was also a huge difference in their places they were at in life. Like, she owned a house. She was worried about replacing the HVAC system in her house, and he's got a freaking lost and found drawer in his apartment. And like, near the end, she found out he'd lied to her a bunch about his finances, and he had really bad credit.
All right, he has bad credit. I wanted to kind of get into this, if you would like. He paid off all of his credit. It was only like $3,000. It wasn't even like a lot. Do I think he should have been upfront and honest when it was asked? Yes. I think he was just a little afraid of her, and just wanted to keep saying the right things, because she was like, why didn't you bring up your credit before? He's like, oh, I was waiting for the right time. I knew it was going to have to be a bigger discussion and everything. And he just never wanted to say anything, because to him, he didn't feel like it was a big deal. Like, oh yeah, kind of just like got bad credit, but like everything's paid off and whatnot. He just didn't want to say it. And she took that a certain way of like, oh, you didn't say anything. You were lying. You were hiding stuff from me. I'm with you that like, yeah, they were in two separate points in their lives. I think Stacy has some bad aspects, especially when it comes to
I agree. I agree. Yeah. She does as well. I think that is one of the issues with a show like this, because credit is something that is important. And like, it happens that all the time that, one thing, credit scores are fucking stupid. If anybody follows me on Twitter, they know credit scores are idiotic. You could get something that takes it down 30 points, and then when you pay it off, it takes it up 2 points. They're stupid. The way that they're calculated is stupid. It's just dumb. But that is something that I would be so pissed off if I found out after I married somebody that they're like, oh, by the way, my credit score is 450. I'd be like, oh, because I got married very young. He had already fucked up his credit when we got married at 20. How do you already fuck up your credit by the time you're 20? Like, like 500 was his credit score. Everything we had to be in my name. Everything we had. So then when we got divorced and we split the debt, he was supposed to pay half of it and didn't. So all of the debt was in my name. So guess who got to pay all of it off? Like, I paid my half and his half, credit cards he had taken out in my name that I didn't know about. Like, that's something that, especially, she already has a house, so like she knows how important it is to have good credit. I get that for sure. I don't know if that would be a reason that I would be pissed, but I don't know if that would be a reason that I would break up with someone. But I think for them, it was a culmination of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, he was just immature. He was just the way that he treated Johnny at the barbecue thing, and then like wanting her to cheer him on for being an asshole.
But she did.
She did.
She was an asshole too.
Oh, yes. And I've said from the beginning that I thought that she was very petty about things. Like, she didn't act like she was 32 or 33 or however old she was. She acted more like 23. I thought that they would be a good match at first, because they didn't go deep on anything. It was just like a very surface level, like, oh, we're going to have fun. It kind of reminded me of Barnett and Amber, because in the pods they were both that way, but then we found out Barnett was more like the I pay my bills and I do, and Amber's like, I haven't had a job in 15 years and my credit score is 3. Like, but they're still together. how they're still together, I have no idea. It's been like 6 years. They're still together. Whatever. Like, he just takes care of her, apparently. But I understood there was no way they were going to last. Even if she would have said yes, there was no way they were going to last. And they said that they broke up like 2 weeks after the wedding and then didn't speak to each other for a year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like, you really were like, we're done.
Yeah, they said they tried to like make it work. They went out on a date, and like she wanted to just completely start over. And he wanted to basically build on what they'd already kind of started. And they were just, I don't think either of them is a bad person. They have bad qualities, but I don't think either of them is a bad person overall. They're just two people at two different points in their life. And that happens, with people.
And yeah, and I think that they were great for like a short-term relationship with each other. They were never going to go the distance.
Yeah.
At this point in their lives, like whether it was on the show, off the show, no matter what, I just don't think that they would have ever lasted.
Well, Johnny called that. Johnny's like, yeah, they're not gonna be happy.
I don't think Johnny and him would have lasted either, though.
No, I don't think so either. But when you're in the pods and everything, your love is blind in the pods.
Speaking of Johnny.
Well, yeah, we can get into that because okay. So the other couple was Lydia and Milton. They got married. They're still together. They seem like they're doing well. Milton rules, by the way. This man, absolutely great. I was with Vanessa when she's like, yeah, sometimes I just hit Nick with we're just on different planes, baby. I'm like, yeah, that rules. we're just on different planes as people. Milton's great because he's just like, your issue is your issue. Don't bring that shit to me. Like, I do not care.
He was the most mature person on this season at like 24. Yeah. Like, he amazing. Absolutely the most mature person out of all of them. Like, I mean, even like the Lydia and Uche stuff, he's like, okay, like that's your past. That doesn't affect me,
Yeah. Like, he's like, I'm not gonna let your relationship with her define my relationship with her. Like, it's two different things. And he even said, like, with the guys, I was basically just being like, yeah, I'm the party guy, I'm the immature 24-year-old. And with Lydia, I would open up and tell her how things really were, and she would put me on my place on these things as well. So yeah, Milton was fantastic. Lydia's still crazy, but
the only couple still together, Lydia and Milton. Yes. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Lovely.
So Johnny was there. We saw with her, she was with Chris at the barbecue. Chris was also at the reunion. They apparently broke up a few weeks later because Chris was cheating on her.
So he was at the barbecue. Oh, he was in love.
Defending her.
She was amazing. Then a couple days later, he left on her birthday weekend to go to a wedding out of town, which, like, okay, if I'm just starting to date someone and I'm like traveling somewhere for a wedding, family, whatever, I'm probably not going to bring them to the wedding. Like, I get that. Okay. Except he cheated on her. Like, and she had to find out from somebody else that they seen him out on a date. So they're both in relationships now. He lives with his girlfriend. I don't know if this is the girlfriend that he cheated on her with.
I think it is. I think it is. Like the way he was talking, it made it seem like it was the girl that he had cheated on her with. So at least he found the one out of this.
So I think my issue was, if you remember, when they first got there, he was like, everyone thinks I'm a playboy. Everyone, they act like I'm a player. I'm not. I'm a lover. I'm not a player. Okay, you're still a player if you love more than one person. Like,
God, how that works.
I was so upset when that was revealed because I liked Chris. Like,
I know.
He was one of the people that, like, you felt bad for and everything, and then cried over her. And then he cheats on her. Men ain't shit. I don't know.
Then Izzy and Johnny reconnected at a bar in Houston. They apparently kissed, but then too many feelings there. Did not work out. Stacey was not apologetic for how she treated Johnny. Stacey has very much resting bitch face
She does.
when especially when speaking with Johnny.
Okay, so this is very funny. They kept showing up close of her. This is rude. They kept showing up close of her, and I was like, she has so much Botox but like none right here. And then she was talking about how much Botox she gets, and I'm like, you're missing spots. Like, maybe you wouldn't have resting bitch face so bad if you would get all of it done. She just kept talking about Botox, and I'm like, you have a lot of crow's feet for someone that's like 32. Like, this has got to be from giving people dirty looks all the time. This is not normal.
And then we brought back JP and Taylor. They had not talked to each other since everything.
Good for Taylor.
Yes. Oh yeah. I said good for her when she called it off. She's like, this thing ain't gonna work. So like, it's, she's like, good. I'm getting out of this before we just continue down this path, and that's that. JP tried to say, oh, the cameras affected me, and Taylor's like, nah, that's bullshit. Like, it was not the cameras at all. You were just kind of this makeup stuff just ain't working type of thing. And it seemed like they ended fine. They kind of forgave each other, and it's just like, yeah, let's just be better.
Yeah,
forward.
She just called him out. Like, he tried to blame the cameras. He tried to blame her. And he said, all I was trying to do is say she looked beautiful without makeup, sir.
You did it wrong. This man, by the way, he comes out. I was like, what red, white, and blue shit is he doing? Blue suit, white shirt, red pocket square. Like, oh my god.
I hate it
Love it
so much.
And then he had the American flag socks as well. It's like, oh my god, this fucking guy.
Yeah, she told him he had belittled her and that he made her feel terrible, and to not do that to another girl. And I was like, good for you for standing up for yourself. Like, he could have got up there and said whatever he wanted, and her just, accepted it. But she was like, no, we're not doing this shit again. Like, and I was glad that she didn't talk to him again after that. Like, she's just like, I'm out, because good. And she looked fantastic. So fuck JP.
And they had Aaliyah there, who walked through everything.
Uche was not there.
No, Uche's a little bitch. That's why. Aaliyah, good.
So many times through this season, who the villain was changed. I thought,
yes,
they tried to make it seem like it was going to be Johnny, and then like JP sucks, but he was really only shitty to her. And then it was like, oh, I think it's Lydia. It was Uche. He's like on the shake level.
I don't know if he was bad. Shake. He was awful.
I just realized who Shake is from watching House of Villains.
Yeah.
Terrible human.
Awful.
Human. In the freaking pods in Love is Blind saying, would I be able to give you a piggyback ride so he could try to figure out how much they weighed?
Yeah.
No.
Uche
they showed that clip. Yeah.
Uche wasn't on Shake level, but I said to the wife, and she agreed, of like, he's very narcissistic and very much tries to blame others and doesn't see the other side of things, does not see their point of view with things. And it's just, his narrative is the correct narrative. And you could see that playing out even in the plot, especially, I noticed it when Aaliyah was saying like, oh yeah, I cheated. And he went in like hard on her for this. I'm like, look, it's not great or anything, but she's owning up to it. She said it, and he was really going in. And then comes to find out, like, he's apparently cheated as well. Like, yeah, he was very narcissistic with things. But Aaliyah comes in, and they did the whole thing of like, did you guys know you were both going to be there, Lydia and Uche, since they knew each other from the past before the pods. Everything's like, no, we didn't know. We were told by producers, hey, we should leave. They said, hey, if we keep it a secret, like if we don't tell anybody, can we stay? The producer's like, yeah, but you can't tell anybody. And then it became a thing of like, oh, well, now you can tell people because it's kind of out there. So just go ahead and tell it. And Aaliyah was like, it kind of ruined my experience because Lydia was telling me all these things that I didn't need to hear. I didn't want to hear. Like, I agreed with her. on that,
Yeah.
because Lydia was definitely going in with all this stuff. It's like, she did not respect the boundaries. And
I think Lydia was jealous. And I think that's what that stemmed from.
Yeah. She didn't respect Aaliyah's boundaries, and Aaliyah was just like, I can't do this. And what I said last week of like, Aaliyah could not handle just the pod stuff where they weren't even together. And they go to Mexico together, and she was with Uche, and Lydia was there. That would have been 100 times worse. So she got out before all of that happened. And then, she still talked with Uche after the show, and she came to realize, Uche sucks and he's a terrible person. And so that relationship went nowhere. No, Uche did not show up because he is a coward, and he probably didn't want to be called out on all of this stuff. But that was the reunion and the finale with everything. One couple got married, the most unlikely couple. One, Lydia, who just wanted love with everybody because she was into Izzy immediately. And then Izzy said, no, thank you. And then she was into
dodged a bullet with Izzy.
Yeah. She was into Uche because they knew each other from the past. It did seem like she was willing to just give Uche another shot, or they were willing to try it again until they were like, nope, that's going to be experience. So yeah, into Uche, and then finally found Milton. Fortunately for her, Milton is awesome. So this Love is Blind game, they mentioned it, and I was like, huh? What is this? It is a thing. I'm going to try to pull this up. I'm pretty sure I can screen mirror on the MacBook Pro here.
Oh boy.
I played it a little bit. Have you guys ever played? Okay. It needs to not be full screen. I don't want it to full screen. Hold on.
Played. Is it episodes? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like episodes. Have you played that? Cher?
A long time ago. So episodes is like a storyline driven game. So like you have to pick like, am I going to do this or do this? And you go through, and it's kind of like a Sims type thing, but you only have options. It's not like a free play type.
Yeah. Okay.
When I was in high school, there was a version of it, and I used to play it all the time, like stay up until my freaking flip phone was overheating playing it, and I spent so much fucking money on that game. Like, it was bad.
All right, I can't, like, when I screen mirror on this, it wants to do like a full screen on my computer, and I don't want to do that because then I can't see. I've done this before. I've done this, but now how can I just not make this a full screen thing?
This is what we call experimenting on air.
All right. Do either of you have the StreamYard login? Like,
nope.
Cher,
I'm just a substitute teacher. I don't have the keys to the school.
I thought I gave you that. Okay.
I do not.
I think a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I may have it on like my laptop, but I'm on my iPad. So.
Okay, so here's the thing. All right. I don't know how this is going to show up. I'm going to share my entire screen right now. Okay. I'm going to put some stuff down so not everybody needs
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, there's nothing bad. It's just like emails and stuff. Like,
stuff doesn't pop up on my phone because I always have it in work mode. So like I don't get notifications at the top.
Right. Mainly just my messages I need to pop away. Okay. So let me know when I share my entire screen. I'm able to see all of that. I can see that right now. Everybody just sees.
Whoa.
Like,
whoa. That's so
my God.
Inception.
Okay, so I'm not going to be able to see this. Let me know if my phone screen pops up when I screen mirror.
Okay. I feel like we're in Inception. It's so...
Okay, is my phone screen up there?
Yeah.
It says screen mirroring, MacBook Pro.
MacBook Pro, Roku.
Everyone can see now my phone settings. Okay. Everyone can see my lovely wife and me. All right, here we go. So I can't see you guys. I have no idea. I can't see the chat. All I can see, like my full screen.
Great experience.
Yeah, I can't see anything. Like my full screen is friggin' the Love is Blind game right now.
Who are these
Look at
people
this.
supposed to be?
I don't know. We're gonna start over. We're gonna start. Okay, restart.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna
Look at the
keep an eye on the-
Kardashians.
Yeah, if you guys like keep an eye on the chat, hopefully I don't get any like messages.
No, it's just Phil and Power Driver Finisher talking about getting a good credit score.
Credit is crap.
Credit.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
Loading story. All right.
Loading the story.
And
Love
yes,
is blind,
Phil-
and so is Jeremy.
Phil Lindsay, yes, you are correct. You have to have some form of debt to even have a good credit score, because if you don't have the on-time payments and the long credit history, then they're like, no, not doing that. My parents paid off their house. They 30 years mortgage, whatever, paid off their house, and their credit score each dropped 150 points from paying off their house because that was their longest credit. I'm like, that's insane. Choose your name.
Yes. What's our name gonna be? I think it has to be a female. Like you can actually put in here that.
Oh, it has to be a female?
Yeah, you can actually like make it a male, but your body option is only a female. So.
Well, probably because no men are playing this
Exactly.
game.
That is also true. Tori Deal.
Do not. Okay, chat, give us a name.
Give us a name, chat, please.
Tori is the leader in the clubhouse just because SP3 threw it out there.
Yep. Tori Deal. Imagine
We're
Tori
not gonna make
Deal
Tori Deal. We'll just make Tori.
Why would it be Tori Deal?
Yeah.
Tori Deal.
That'd be so funny because when they're having a conversation, they'd be like, "Hey, Tori Deal," like everything would be her first and last name. Make it Victoria.
Victoria. Okay.
I'm gonna eat a Laffy Taffy while we're doing this.
Right.
That Laffy Taffy.
That is our name. All right.
Ooh.
What are we looking like here?
She cute.
So we have different body types. We can be either.
What was that?
Really thin.
What?
We can be really thin, kind of thin, or thin.
I know. It's like different types of thin.
Do the last one.
Yeah.
They're all thin.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just got a little bit of an ass. So
Yeah. All right. We can be palish. Have a tan going here. We can go full on. Oh.
I like to ruin her credit.
I like to ruin her credit. That's great. No, let's make her a little bit lighter than that.
Okay. We're gonna go like
No.
tan.
Oh, I thought what you just changed it to was like the next step from that one. I'm like,
yeah.
No. There's a full on like list there. All right, pick something. Where are we going?
Go over to the right.
Okay.
Over.
That's as far as over I can go.
You have to touch them so I can see what they look like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, like I was like
Next. Okay, we'll do that one.
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Face. All these people look the same to me.
Middle row. Yeah, that one. The one right to the right of it. Oh no.
Oh, that one?
That's fine.
Okay.
They all look the same except like the eyeballs. So
like the eyebrows are like the only thing that like change. Maybe the lips a little. Okay.
These all look very
the same
Anglo-Saxon.
Okay. Eyes. What eye color are we going here?
That's fine. I don't
Blue
care.
eyes.
green.
We can go purple eyes.
Purple.
All right, purple eyes.
This bitch got purple eyes.
All right, what kind of hair?
Judgment Day album.
Let SP3 pick the hair.
All right.
Curly. That one.
That.
Either that one or
Go up.
Yeah,
Okay.
go up.
I think there was some more curly up at the top.
Really curly?
What's the
I
one
like
on the
that.
right?
You can pick hair color. This one. We can pick the color too. We can get
SP3
like
is picking.
look at this.
She's a mermaid.
Oh, she's Mercedes Monet. Go ahead.
Did you
Like
want
silver
that
hair?
or the other one? SP3.
No, we can go with more like brownish.
What
More
about purple
natural.
hair to match purple hair to match our purple eyes?
There we go. That works.
That?
Purple hair. No, purple hair.
Oh,
Go
purple
with
hair?
purple
Okay.
hair
Oh
to match
God.
the purple eyes.
Okay.
It's
That's the hair?
fun. Yeah, that looks like Victoria.
Okay.
That's Victoria.
All right. What are we wearing?
Oh, I'm picking her clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the fashion person here.
There's
You
not
gotta-
too many options, as you can
Okay,
see.
give me what does the tied up t-shirt look like?
That?
Yep, that's what we're going with.
Okay. And then there's the earrings that you can't actually see.
This
So.
fucking purple hair. Just click one of them. This fucking purple hair is killing me.
No earrings. All right, there. That's our person. This is Victoria. Everybody.
Victoria. Victoria. Meet Victoria, everyone.
Looks great. Ready to go. She's victorious.
Oh God, my kids watch that damn show every day.
Oh, that show
So-
ruled. That show absolutely ruled. This is Sophia. I guess fake
we
Vanessa
would've made-
Lachey.
We would have
Yeah.
made our person look too much like her.
Yeah, see, they didn't want Vanessa Lachey because they would have had to pay her royalties.
Welcome to Love is Blind. See, Sophia thinks we look great. She's so, as you may know, no, we don't know you.
I don't know who you are.
Lamar and
Lamar
Lamar.
Odom.
Lamar Scott, damn it.
Oh, they fell in love in the pods, so you know
Ah.
they.
Distant
This is-
cousins to Lucas and Nathan Scott.
Exactly.
Why did you decide to risk it all if love is truly blind? All right, what are we here
I don't
for?
know. We'll find true love.
And of course, we're here to find true love and be a
We're
star.
here to find true love. Oh, overwrite. Okay.
Bitch, why you got butterflies?
Butterflies. 'Cause you want to find love, find true love.
How are we feeling? Oh, how are we feeling?
Ready to find my man.
Ready to find my man.
It's got to be here somewhere, right? The pods
I
are now open.
Odds are not great that your husband is there, to be fair.
To be 100% fair, I don't like your odds. Look at this. This is romantic.
This is fancy.
There's a
That's
lot
how
of
pods
fucking
kinda
candles.
look.
That looks like a fire hazard.
Yeah.
Step
Inside the
cozy-
cozy, warm, glowing pod and get comfortable on the couch. Wow.
This feels so surreal.
So many people would kill to be here right now. We pull up a soft blanket onto our legs, and then you hear the door on the other side open and close.
Hey, beautiful.
That was definitely a comforting and confident voice, SP3. What's funny to me is like, because I can't see you guys, so I feel like that's freaking Love is Blind for me.
That's great.
The voice is really hot.
Thank you.
How are you replying to that, Cher?
I just almost choked to death on Laffy Taffy. Oh my god.
Are you okay?
Oh my god. I would say, how do you know I'm beautiful? Because I'm immediately starting out being a bitch. So
Does not have X-ray
Just-
vision.
Haha, just a
oh my god. I almost died.
I hope this isn't.
I am leaving this room.
I hope this isn't too forward right away, but your voice is mesmerizing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm crying. No, do not say I like yours too.
Are you always so flattering?
Only when warranted. Your voice is so comfortable. It almost sounds familiar.
Oh no, is this Uche?
Or maybe I'm just excited to be here with you.
Oh my gosh. I don't think you sound sincere
This
at
does
all.
not sound sincere. This is why you don't love his blood.
So tell me, do you believe in soulmates?
I thought he was gonna say, "Do you believe in magic?" I'm not sure yet. That seems like a good political answer. Holy shit!
Perhaps they do.
What about you? Do you believe in soulmates?
I do, yeah. I've always had this gut feeling that my person is out there somewhere.
Oh my god.
It's just a matter of finding her.
Nobody is finding this half as funny as we are. So, how will you know?
I think my soulmate and I will feel so unspoken energy that passes between us. Kind of drawing us together, if that makes sense.
Okay, so I would like to say I listened to an audiobook and the guy who read the male part sounded almost exactly like that. And it took me out of the book. So he was supposed to be like a southern mayor or something. And he had such like a gravelly, then he'd be like, "Hello, Miss Lady," whenever he talked. And I'm like, I can't. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Have to admit, I'm feeling pretty optimistic talking to you. I have a good feeling about this.
A warm sense of excitement stirs within you.
There could be a spark here.
So, if you were to meet your soulmate, what do you hope they be like?
I'd hope they are... Damn, I don't know. What do you answer? I'm single as hell. What do you answer?
Sweet and devoted.
There you go.
Sweet and devoted.
I think.
Oh, suddenly someone knocks on his door.
What the?
I have no idea who that could be. 1 second.
You hear mumbling between two voices, and then his voice is clear again.
I can't believe this, but I guess I went into the wrong box.
You're dumb as hell. What's wrong with you?
I'm so sorry. I felt like this was really going somewhere too.
They're only allowed to go in certain pods.
Yeah. Like it's all right. We can't talk. I messed up. Your first date wasn't supposed to be with me.
Oh well. This is a bummer.
I know, but I don't want to make any enemies with the guys on the first day.
Well, if you could read, that would
I'll
happen.
talk to you again soon, okay?
You hear them in exchange places, and the door shuts behind your mystery man.
Well, that was abrupt, but bring on the man.
Someone clip Cher saying that.
Hi, I'm G.
Oh
no! His voice is loud, and he says your name with a heavy Californian accent. You gotta switch it up.
SP3. All right, I'll change it up.
You gotta switch it up, SP3.
Hi. I'll greet him in a way that's friendly. Hey, yep, that's me. Nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm the one you're actually waiting for. I'm more swole than that guy.
I hate this. Everybody commenting in the chat. We've got Victoria. I get in fights on X about other people's wrestling opinions. Hit me up. And Victoria, what do you think about TK's booking of the women's division?
Ray says, how does Victoria feel about Cheesecake Factory?
Okay, then. Oh God.
You might recognize my voice from the apps. I've got some good glute videos for the ladies online.
What California have you been to?
That's California, by the way, of New York.
Well, that explains why his voice sounds like a frat bro.
Eye candy, you feel me? Gym in the guys' lounge sucks though.
You're freaking me out.
I think you're mean. There's totally freaking chemistry between us. It's probably my pheromones seeping through the wall.
I like to think that SP3 knew it was pheromones and decided to go G character there.
This guy is not it.
What's your lifting routine like? How much can you squat?
Bro.
Uh-oh. 10 excruciating minutes later.
I wanted to answer that. Gee. You've got issues.
Shit.
This is why I'm single. I hope you can find more meaning in life than lifting weights.
Yo, I prefer the term muscular aesthetic.
Even worse.
Huh? Sorry, you were mumbling.
Nothing. I'm gonna head out, but I wish you the best on your journey.
Oh, all right. Peace.
That was tremendous, SP3. Look at the women's lounge here.
Look at that. That's great.
Free at last from that dud of a date, you step into the chic living area. I don't know who
God
Eve
damn,
is, but...
that's my confidence.
That bitch is wearing a bra.
Bottles and opening, champagne's popping. Scarlett is here. She
looks
winks
like a
out her
Scarlett.
famous golden cup. Yeah. That doesn't sound right. You look like everybody wants to drink. Oh gosh. They say toasting with water curses you with 7 years of bad sex. That's not good. Autumn rolls her eyes. Oh, Autumn seems like a bitch. Let's just roll her eyes. Yeah, sure. That's what's keeping you from getting laid.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. What should we toast to, Victoria?
Let's toast to finding love. May we all find our forever person.
Oh,
amen to that.
You're one of those people. You sound awful.
And we all make it to Mexico for the free vacation.
Oh, that's what she's about.
Yeah. Oh, enemies. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Sophia's back. Everyone's excited. Oh, so Victoria and Autumn met the mix-up. That's not good because Autumn's a bitch.
Well, the first guy was amazing. I felt really what? Well, the first guy was amazing. I felt really positive energy from him.
That voice.
But then the second guy.
Do not bury G. I thought G was very nice.
Yes, how'd you know?
I look the same way after meeting him, but then I was said by an absolute dreamboat.
Oh no, they both like him.
He was late because he was in your pod. I'm in investment banking. He said that was hot. And Autumn is smirking. Oh, an attempt to intimidate. Wow.
Guess she liked the mystery man too. May the best woman win.
Should fight her.
Whoever he chooses, that's up to him. But I have purple hair, bitch. He was obsessed with talking about the gym. It wasn't just his passion. He was super arrogant about it.
Autumn is glancing around the room, but looking around at this group, maybe he will find a match. Zara should punch her. Unless people should punch Autumn. Plenty of amazing bachelors.
Wow, so you're saying the guys are attractive? Sophia, you're married. You hussy.
A lot of testosterone. It seems like everybody's got a fantasy fiance for just about anyone. We've got athletes, a firefighter, a guy in the movies, and even the Secret Service is here. Why is she spoiling shit?
Word, like,
bitch, you're not supposed to know if somebody's in the Secret Service.
Yeah. We're dating a president?
Not Joe
Biden. I think the president has more pressing matters than blind dating. Yeah, he does. He crosses their arms and glares at Autumn. Oh, there's royalty in the building. Oh my. Oh, you got to pay for that.
Prince is here on the show.
Oh no. You've already given away too much.
Sophia? This
Love
season's
is
gonna
not
be
lying
wild.
right now. Sophia's got a big ass mouth. Wow. They all sound great.
Some external variables are
like what?
important.
They make me freaking princess.
All right,
princess. Word.
Yeah, you're here to find if love is truly blind. Well, Sophia, that'd be more helpful if you weren't telling everybody everyone's business here.
Now that you're going to be asking everybody, are you Prince Nana? Are you Prince Nana?
I think I'll pick something new.
Oh, what are we changing to?
I need her to like shut up. Up. What is the top middle?
Oh, top middle there.
No. Left to that. Yeah, that's what we're going with.
All right. You know they can't see you, right?
I don't fucking care. This is the enjoyable part for me.
Here comes the enjoyable part for me.
My dating life is bad enough, and now I gotta live somebody else's too.
Oh, here we go. Good luck. You'll need it.
Well, damn.
Damn. Well, here goes nothing.
Well, the door closes on the other side.
Hello?
Your stomach flutters with anticipation as you hear a new voice. All right,
Well,
you got to do a Blaze voice here, SP3.
Well, hello.
It's Blaze and the Monster Machines.
A strong, sexy voice greets you from the other side of the wall, followed by a laugh.
None of y'all are getting laid today, is what Pile Driver Finisher says. What's so funny?
That's not, I mean... do I need to yell out and see?
Word.
Baby!
I think he was on this show. What's so funny?
Sorry. I just felt a little weird talking to a wall. But I already feel better hearing your voice. I'm Blaze. Blaze Jackson. He's a famous Blaze Jackson.
Blaze? Is that your real name?
Nah, it's actually Clayton. Blaze was a nickname that a dear friend of mine gave me, and it just stuck.
Then bitch, why didn't you say your name was Clayton?
You pick up on a hint of sadness in his voice when he mentions his friend.
Well, nice to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine.
I'm Victoria.
Well, Victoria, hopefully I sent you back to the lounge writing Victoria Jackson over and over.
Jesus Christ. I'd keep my own surname.
Fair enough. It does have a ring to it, though.
You hear the sound of pages shuffling like he's opened his notebook.
My notebook's not near me. Sorry. So give me the Victoria basics. I want to know everything about you.
What's she gonna be, guys?
You're Victoria.
Yeah, you're the Victoria.
Bitch.
Either a screenwriter or a business owner.
Business owner.
Wow, that's very sexy. What kind of business do you own?
Porn.
I'm the founder of
Clothing brand, that's you.
clothing brand.
That is very impressive. I feel like I have a pretty good fashion sense, but maybe you can style me one day.
That would be so fun.
Do you have any brand merch I can rep?
Yeah, work the gimmick table here, Cher.
I do. You'd really wear it?
For you, definitely.
Okay, this guy is definitely a charmer. I'm eager to know more. We definitely seem to get along well so far. So what about you? What's your thing?
Well, I served in the military for 6 years.
How did I know?
And now it turns out my nickname is a bit on the nose because I'm a firefighter in Santa Monica.
Oh, God. A firefighter? That's hot. No pun intended. So Blaze the firefighter, did your friend give you that name for your flame extinguishing skills?
Ha ha ha. Actually, actually, it's a bit of a sad story.
Blaze pauses for a moment, and you lean in closely to listen.
Like I said, my real name is Clayton, but I've gone by Blaze since I was 18. I was on my first tour with the military. Something went wrong, and there was a fire in our barracks.
Barracks. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I was trying to do the deep. My buddy was passed out from the smoke, so I went back in to rescue him. When I got to him, he said,
Man's dying, and he's like, "You look like a superhero."
he said, I look like a superhero in the flames. A superhero named Blaze.
Who the fuck wrote this storyline for this?
Blaze.
Jesus Christ.
He pauses for a moment.
He didn't make it.
He fucking died.
He died. His last words were like, "You look like a superhero named Blaze."
But from that day on, the whole platoon started calling me that.
This is stressful.
So it just stuck.
Okay, how did they know he called him Blaze? He literally had to go back and tell the platoon this story of like, yeah, he didn't make it, but the last thing he said to me was I looked like a superhero
He's
named
like,
Blaze.
yo, I know my bestie just died, but the motherfucker thought I looked like a superhero.
He's like, I should be a Marvel and shit, calling me Blaze.
Call me Blaze,
What the
yo.
hell?
Call me Blaze.
Oh, that's dope, dude. He was calling you Blaze. That was his last word.
Yo, we're gonna call you Blaze as well.
As he went up in blazes, he called you Blaze.
Oh shit! Oh,
And then he caught on fire. He was actually blazing.
I can't.
There's a little Blaze in all of us.
I was like, there's two Blazes right now. Holy shit. It's me. I'm Blaze. And he's Blaze right now.
We were like the Spider-Man meme. He's pointing at me. I'm pointing at him.
Oh my God.
It was over a decade ago now, but I still miss him.
Oh, Blaze. I'm so sorry.
You should be quiet over there. Thank you. But it's all right because it's made me who I am.
Was his passing the reason you left the military?
Partially. It was a tough time. In the same year, a hurricane
Fuck.
destroyed my parents' house in Louisiana.
At least it wasn't a fire.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
And then as my mom was getting swept away, she called me windstorm, yo.
She said, "Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through." That's terrible. Were they okay?
Yeah, they evacuated in time. But that, combined with grieving for my friend, I realized I wanted to be closer to those I love.
Blaze, you've been through a lot.
I like how you read these, Cher. Your "I'm so sorry" was so just dismissive instead of sad.
This is how I actually date.
I have, but I've had great people by my side to help me through it, especially my mom. After the hurricane, she and my dad moved out to Los Angeles, and so did I. I've been with the local fire department ever since. I'm finally starting to feel my life fits together now, and I'm in the perfect position to settle down. Is that all too much? Sorry, I'm sharing so much so fast. I guess you put me at ease.
Okay, I just have to say for a moment, I just got a claim pulled up. They just sent me a claim and it was for a fire department. Now I can't stop laughing.
That's great.
Message
Okay.
back and be like, "Are you Blaze?"
Is your name Blaze or is your last name Jackson?
Is your real name Clayton? Can I
Clayton
call you
Jackson.
Blaze?
Are
Okay.
you Captain Clayton Jackson of the fire?
I know I sound insincere, but like when I was in the drama club, this was how I always read my lines too. I never read them how I was actually going to do them. Don't be sorry. I'm happy to listen. We're here to get to know one another on a deeper level, right?
Nah, you watch this show.
Please go on.
Well, I think a lot of people assume I became a firefighter to try and be a hero, but
Yeah, I don't have people just running around calling me Blaze because I want to be a hero.
Someone said Blaze listens to nothing but Drake albums.
for me, it felt like what I had to do to honor my friend, to help my community, if that makes sense.
It definitely does. How do you think your job affects your relationships?
Well, that's a good question. I'm really cautious and well trained, experienced. So the odds of getting hurt are low for me. But
That's not true.
it is a physically demanding job and inherently dangerous. So my partner would have to be okay with that.
Well, would you do it forever?
Definitely not. I don't think they'd let a cute 80-year-old hold a fire hose. My dream is to make fire chief and then slow down a bit.
That's wonderful.
He sighs and laughs in disbelief.
There.
Damn, girl.
I guess this does really work. Or at least talking to you works for me.
This is what finding love is about, right? Getting vulnerable.
And having fun, of course. While there's pain in my past, I'm proud to say that I'm really living my life to the fullest now. All that's missing is someone special to share it with.
Well, I'm trying to decide what to say. He hasn't asked her anything about herself.
No, he has not.
He asked what you do for a living.
Yeah, that's how we found out you're
Yeah,
He wants to
but then-
wear
You
an
own a
official
clothing brand.
Victoria.
Then he
Yeah, he
went
wants
into his superhero bullshit. Well, me too. I'm optimistic that person is here, though.
Oh, is he maybe on the other side of the pod right now?
Oh, come on.
to.
I'm still deciding.
Should have just turned him down.
Well, I eagerly await your decision. Well, I think our time is almost up. What did I
Time's up. My time is now.
What did I manage to get into your Love is Blind notebook?
What do you hope it says?
Maybe something like Blaze, ex-military, hot fighter, charming.
Superhero.
You know, just the basics.
Yes, Victoria is a Swiftie.
You glance down at your page that you've been writing in during the dates.
What I wrote is, I feel potential.
Me too. I'm grinning over here.
Oh my god!
It's wild that I already have feelings for you.
That was the creepiest smile I've ever seen in my life. Wow. That was fast.
All right, well, I'll let you go, but I'll be thinking of you, Victoria.
I'll give him a goodbye that's heartfelt. Bye for now, Blaze. I really appreciate you opening up to me.
You and Blaze exit the pod and you begin to head back to the dorm.
I feel like I might scream.
Okay, the scream is going to be screaming in excitement, not screaming in horror.
Oh, damn. Okay, I feel like I might laugh.
With the date over, you release your tension and laugh and shake your head.
Did I really just go on a first date without even seeing the guy?
I mean, yeah.
You went on
Yeah,
3.
bitch, you're on a fucking show called Love is Blind.
Yeah,
You went
really.
on like 3.
Okay, we're gonna pause. We're gonna pause here. I'm gonna pause here for the day. I don't know what time it is. My screen, I can't see anything.
It's
I don't
almost
need
10
this.
o'clock.
It's almost 11
All right, 11. Jeez. Okay. yeah.
Eastern. 11 Eastern.
Yeah, we're gonna pause here. That was our Love is Blind read through.
That was so much better than I thought it would be.
I cannot wait until SP3 forgets all the voices next week.
Oh,
We
it's
have
gonna be
to read it
great.
again.
It's going to be so good. All right, I need to make sure this thing saves because God forbid we lose all of this.
That was so much better than I thought it would.
Oh, it was amazing.
Trey said, "What did I come back to?" Trey, we're performing. This is performing.
Yeah. But we just gave us $5 for nothing. I assume just for the acting. Thank you, Louie.
Thank you, Louie. Thank you, Louie.
I am getting into it next week. I'm into it.
He's bringing
so
it.
good.
We're theater kids here. I'm a theater
It's
kid.
so good.
As a theater kid, I may have a fucking costume on next week. Like,
Oh man.
we're getting into
All
it.
right. All right. Cher Delaware, let everybody know where they. Oh wait, SP3, I gotta give you your 90.
Yes,
you definitely deserve
yes.
90 seconds after that.
Come on, people.
I
We
can't
got
tell you your 90 seconds
Let's
after
go.
that. All right, you ready? 90 Day Fiance in 90 seconds. Go.
So we're winding down everything for the final bit of episodes for the last resort, and of course, all of our focus is on Asuela and Kalani. But unfortunately, we have to bring up some stuff from outside of everything. Apparently, if you go back, rewind back to their relationship when she had the second kid. I don't know if you remember, Jeremy, and it was kind of like she reacted in a way that she really didn't want it to happen. Apparently, Kalani has come out and said that Asuela S8'd her. And that's how they had their second kid. So rewinding back into this actual
Wait.
show,
I will pause the time on this. Hold on. I will pause this. Repeat that.
She said that he SA'd her, forced her down, and wouldn't get off of her, and that's how she had her second child.
Oh, that's
Yes, yes.
one, that's not good. Two, I thought you said ass ate her, and that's how she
No,
became pregnant.
no. What? Imagine. Oh man, it would be the other way around. But no, but yeah, that came out this week because apparently Kalani has been getting a lot of like harassment because like I've been saying this whole season, Asuela has been very entertaining. So a lot of people were like on his side throughout this season before she like came out. And I told y'all last time that he's cheated on her throughout their whole entire relationship. Before that, she was getting like kind of coined as the bad person in this whole relationship and getting a lot of like mean messages. So she came out and basically wanted this to be known because it had already came out in the news that she's now having a baby with the hall pass. So
Oh no.
yes. So they tried to basically paint her in a bad light. So she was like, all right, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not with him anymore. This is what really happened. This is why I had that reaction on Happily Ever After and so forth.
Oh, this is so messy. All right.
So
I'm gonna start the time again. Here we go. Go.
So apparently what we hear is that apparently they were going good. Like I said, they had that whole drunk segment where they were getting flirty and getting close to one another. But the next day they're hanging out. And apparently Kalani says that Asuela was basically deleting messages from his phone and basically looking over his shoulder at her and being sneaky. So she decided to unblock her hall pass, and her hall pass decided to come to where they're at the last resort and fly out there. So Asuela wakes up the next morning and he's freaking out. He doesn't know where Kalani's at. And apparently Kalani has gone off the resort and stayed with the hall pass. So Asuela is basically breaking down. He's freaking out. He's basically ruined everything. And she's basically letting everybody know all his misdeeds that he's done this entire way. So it looks like this finale is just going to be the end of Asuela and Kalani.
I'll give it. You turn in another performance from Love Is Blind. I'll give you as much time as you want for this finale. Oh my god! Oh, Kalani and Asuela are so. It's so crazy not keeping up with them after basically like their first couple of seasons to see the change in him. He was just the Samoan boy who was just like scared of everything and it felt like just bug-eyed and bushy-tailed, whatever the stupid saying is. Like now he's just the worst. He sucks.
It's big-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
like innocent, like a bunny.
Yes, yeah. Super like innocent. Yes. I want to address some comments here. No, we're not playing this on In the Weeds. This is exclusive to this show.
Exclusivity.
Yes. Absolutely not. Who gives
Joel
this?
Pearl could never.
No, Joel Pearl could not do this at all. Are you kidding me? He doesn't watch that show. He has no idea who gives this podcast time. Me. I decided that I wanted to do a basketball podcast with SP3, and this is what it's turned into.
This is my favorite part of the week.
It's amazing.
I always look forward to it. Like when my weekend is over, I'm like, damn, I have to get through Monday before we can do the show. Like,
Facts. I be like that too.
I give this podcast time because this is allegedly a channel that I have can do whatever I want with. And again, I decided let's do a basketball podcast, SP3, and it's turned into this nonsense.
I would like to comment 7 days till sermon time.
That is a reference to the NBA season starting and
yes.
SP3's season opening sermon.
Oh, yes. I would like to comment that I did in fact watch hockey last Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
I did watch hockey. And then when everybody was giving the ratings, I was like, but where did hockey rate? And I was making people very mad. And someone responded to me and said, I thought this was a bit. I didn't know you actually watched hockey. And that is so funny to me that they thought I was so dedicated to it. But I would like to show you that, yes.
I was wondering what shirt you had on there.
Yes, yeah. I do actually watch hockey, and the Blues are terrible. But you know what? They've won one game. We are on our way to the Stanley Cup. They won a damn game. So
My Avs are 2-0. We play again tonight. I find it hilarious that
we play Thursday.
Really? All the way till Thursday? Oh, do we play you guys on Thursday?
I don't remember. Let me look.
Oh, you guys had a long time off in that case. Anyway, I find it hilarious that the Panthers have played like 6 games, haven't won anything, took the Avs 1 game to get a victory. So at least one of my teams is not super disappointing.
I forgot we've won 2 games.
Oh, look at that.
Did we? No, we've won 1.
Cher Delaware, let everybody know where
I was looking where they beat the Blackhawks in preseason. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. You don't have to follow me. Go to the next person. Be back here next week to hear our story about Victoria and her men.
Next week, we might do like a 3-hour show between the NBA season preview and Love is Blind mobile game.
Might have to start at 8:30 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah. SP3, let everybody know where they can find you at.
You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. You can go over subscribe to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. We just hit 10,000 subscribers, so trying to hit it even more. Go further. The next goal, 20K. Go along with that. So go over and subscribe over there. I got a new interview dropping with GCW MLW star Alec Price. So go over and check that out. It's dropping today.
Yeah, Busta. Alec Price.
Garbage.
He's great. Go support SP3 and everything he does. Don't follow me on Twitter. Don't follow me anywhere. Appreciate y'all watching this nonsense that we do. We will be back next week with a giant episode with our NBA season preview, and then more Love is Blind stories. Maybe we'll recap the challenge. Who knows? Who knows what the hell you're doing.
And no Laffy Taffy, because I almost ended my life.
I gotta like go back and like watch some of your reactions because I could not see anything. My whole screen was my phone screen, so I couldn't see anything.
I started laughing so hard I was literally choking, but I couldn't stop laughing, and my face was blood red.
It was hard to keep some of these voices because I'm looking at Cher almost choking.
See, I couldn't see anything. I gotta watch some of these reactions.
You gotta see the part where SP3 smiles too.
Okay. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for doing this. Guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch y'all next week. Bye, everybody.